We've left Aireys Inlet, we're heading for Port Campbell now. Looking back towards Split Point Lighthouse. It's looking towards Lorne. A memorial arch on the Great Ocean Road in memory of the guys who built the road with their bare hands, shovels, picks, not much more, after the First World War. Grand Pacific Hotel is aptly named, isn't it? It's just on the edge of Lorne. We've stopped just before Cumberland Gorge. He's going to check out their bait if they're not careful. Yeah. From Cape Patton. Not that far from Apollo Bay. In fact, that's Apollo Bay in the distance, isn't it? Coffee time at Apollo Bay. We ended up having lunch at Apollo Bay and then continued on to Port Campbell. We set up camp at Port Campbell and then headed out to the Apostles to have a look at those as the sun was setting on them. How many can you count?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It was cold and windy, so we headed back to Port Campbell to the pub, where it was warmer inside. The next morning we returned to the Apostles, where it was even windier than the day before, so windy that we could hardly stand up against it. But the sun was out and that was a blessing.
Huge seas today. Absolutely massive.
Thank you. Can I get some of you?
Oh yeah?
I won't be able to record any sound because it's too windy.
Yes you can.
Okay. Shout above it.
Yeah.
How many are there left, do you know?
This is the 12th apostle.
How many are left?
9.
9?
5. The story version says 7. You can't see the rest, they're there somewhere.
They're under the water.
Yeah.
We know.
You want to turn around again.
This is Thunder Cave.
Look, you can see right into the cave, Poppy.
We've walked around to Broken Head at the front of Thunder Cave. Can't hold it still. This is looking west from Broken Head. Wild stormy seas everywhere. We've come to Loch Eyre Gorge now, given its name by the wreck of the Loch Eyre, the ship. Only 2 of the 54 people aboard the ship survived. Just looking down to Port Campbell. We're camped down where that grass is, behind the pine trees.
We're at Petersburg and we found this sign here. And just to prove that people do play golf, there he is, he's on the tee. And he's going to have a swing, he's going to shit across the road. Whoosh, where did it go? Don't know.
Surprisingly, this is called the Arch. We're going for a drive up to Taroon, I think it's called. We've had quite heavy rains on and off for the last few days. We're coming into Timboon. Not much happening in Timboon on a wet day, a wet Sunday. The Fat Cow's closed, the cafe's closed. The Railway Shed Brewery was open and we enjoyed a hearty bowl of artichoke and cauliflower soup. It was yummy. We're up near Cooramungal, behind the Great Ocean Road. We've come over to London Bridge and absolutely staggered at the amount of water just heaving over the cliff over there after all the wild storms that we've had in the last 24 hours.
That's still moving away. I think.
We're coming into our caravan park, and it's not lakeside or lakefront, it is the lake. Anyway, how's that for a nice water view? There's our home, high and dry over there. We've got to drive through the lake to get to it. Well, it's high. It might not be all that dry, but it's high. After a cold, wet day exploring the magnificent coast, we decided to dine out at Waves in Port Campbell. We had a lovely meal, and we even indulged ourselves in sweets.
Here we are in a drowned water rat camp. At least the water levels have gone down somewhat, but as you can see it's still pretty damn damp, and our road out is still blocked. Water everywhere, but we'll now go and have a look in the creek, which is just over there. Here's the little creek that was running past our caravan park yesterday. It's now brimming in flood. There's a duck doing what ducks do, just going down the river, going with the flow. No, it's going to swim against it now. Thinks it's going too fast. Zooming down. You'll have to fly to get out of this one. Some people up there booking into the caravan park. I don't know if they know what they've let themselves in for. There is a pump down the other end going flat out to get rid of it, but it's taken quite a bit. Glad we didn't pick this site. It's a bit water bound.